Hi, I'm Theo. Today I want to talk a little bit about how to build eyes for one of my 3D printed fursuit head bases. I get a lot of questions on Thingiverse about this topic, so if you've seen one of my older head bases, they mostly use these type of eyes here. That is a plastic half dome, a Christmas ornament that's normally sold to put something inside. And I use these as a base for the eyes. My head bases have relatively big eye holes. They are designed to fit the eyes and eyelids, and there's usually a little bit extra space here that you can use to adjust where those are pointing. So adding those is relatively easy. You only have to attach the 3D printed eyelid on the top of the head and then attach the eye on the bottom. The parts are designed to fit, and there shouldn't be a big gap between them. If you want to make sure that you have enough space for the eyelid to move freely, I would recommend to add a layer of aluminum foil or painter's tape so that you have a little space in between when you glue it in that you can then remove and get a very smoothly moving eyelid, like here for example. Well, these kind of eyes tend to fog up if you do not have enough air circulation inside, and as soon as the moisture in the air will condensate, you will get a fogging problem in these type of eyes. Adding a fan helps, but it does not completely solve the problem. So for fursuit eyes that work better for example dances, I prefer to have mesh eyes, and I made this little 3D printed part here that is meant to fit the painted mesh part, and these also do fit inside the movable eyelids. And if you want to, you can even add an extra layer around it, but not with this model because it was a little bit too big. Here's a model that does fit inside. You could even make the eye a little bit movable, but there is not much space inside, and I make those heads so that they will fit me even if I have my glasses on, but to make them as small as possible I have to make sure that the eyes are not touching my glasses. So what I normally do is I move the eyes a little bit more to the sides so that my glasses can actually go inside the eye. It's a little bit fiddly and it will probably not work with all style of glasses and all the head sizes. So it works fine for me, but it may need some adjustments. If you do not want to make such complicated eyes, the simplest method that I normally use is just find a nice picture of an eye or paint one yourself. This one, for example, was painted by me. I printed that with my laser printer on a waterproof sticker, and I put the sticker on a black backing, laminated those between this plastic here, and then I used my laser engraver to make lots of tiny holes in a grid pattern. The back is black because it's much easier to see through it. If you have a white backing, your eyes will constantly try to focus on the backing, and that gives most people a headache. So I really do recommend having a black back here. You can use those as they are, just glue them in. Or you can cut them out and even use the 3D printed eyelids. Or you can use them to make 3D eyes. A lot of Toony fursuits use those. The easiest way to make them is probably to use something like this little yogurt container here. I cut that apart and put the eye inside like that. And if I rotate that to the side, you can see that the eye seems to follow the viewer. Just a little optical illusion. And you can glue that then in, like that.